Hi, my name is Kaylee and welcome to my studio tour. First things first, here's a quick panoramic view of the entire studio space. It's not massive, but I try to use a lot of organization to make it feel much bigger than it is. Let's talk about my thread rack. I got this custom made off of Etsy, and as you can see, it holds all of my spools and there's so much room for more, and I love that I can quickly grab them as I'm sewing. Next up, I have my pegboards, which I got from IKEA. These house a lot of the tools that I use most frequently, like my sewing clips, my rotary cutters, and my fabric scissors. And of course, you can't forget about the machines. I have a Janome Memory Craft 400E, as well as a Juki DX 4000 QVP. My Husky tabletop has two drawers for storage, the first which houses all of my rulers, and then the second houses additional tools that I grab pretty frequently as I'm sewing. I have another Husky tabletop on wheels with an extension table that I mainly use as my cutting table, and I just pull it out whenever I need it. In this table, I keep miscellaneous things like my overflow embroidery thread, my sewing and quilting patterns, as well as my labels, my AccuQuilt, my iron, and all additional things that I grab for frequently when I'm cutting. On the other side of my space, I have these two green shelves which house a lot of my fabrics that are mostly under 1 yard in size. I like that I can see them all displayed, so I have a better idea of what I have. And then I have a little quilt rack, and of course, my girls just want to have fun wall hanging. Let's talk about these green drawers. I got them at a flea market about 2 years ago. There are actually two units that I put together. My dad created a top and a base, and then I use them to store a lot of things like overflow scrap fabrics and notions such as bias tape and needles. And of course, I have my favorite books on display too. Now I also have a closet in the room as well, which houses a lot of my overflow fabric. I use these drawers to separate the fabric by type. I have stretchy, I have my fleece, I also have some larger cuts of cotton, and some project panels too. In the art bins above my closet, I have a lot of the fat quarter pieces that I can't quite fit on my shelves, but I still want to have organized. And of course, my favorite part of the room is my Feltrite quilt wall, where I can pin all of my fabric blocks up as I'm quilting. That's all for now. Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you have a great day and keep creating.